Malaysia has asked Turkey to help evacuate its citizens detained by Israel. Prime Minister Dato Sri Anwar Ibrahim says he had contacted President Recep Tayyip Erdogan to request that Malaysians be flown to Istanbul before the government arranges their return home. Anwar says all 23 Malaysians detained by the Israeli military for joining the global Sumut flotilla are expected to be extracted within 1 to 2 days.
Dan saya telah minta jasa baik Presiden Erdogan kalau boleh ambil mereka dari mana-mana tempat sekitar Israel dan bawa ke Istanbul. Dari Istanbul kita insya-Allah bawa pulang. Jadi itu yang terakhir, tetapi selain itu saya tak dapat bagi jaminan sebab ini melibatkan rejim Israel. Tetapi setakat ini maklumat yang disampaikan oleh Majlis Keselamatan Turkiye ialah mereka ini akan dibawa bersama dengan tahanan Turkiye yang lain. Jadi dia bawa pesawat khas dari Turkiye mengambil anak-anak Turki. Tetapi saya minta juga jasa baik bawa sekali anak-anak Malaysia ke Istanbul.
Anwar adds that Malaysia has activated multiple diplomatic channels, including with Qatar and the United States, to secure the detainees' safety and release.
Beberapa persefahaman sudah dicapai, kerana sekali jangan ganggu rakyat kita, jangan dera mereka. Mereka memang penjara itu satu penderaan, saya tahu. Tetapi kita doang itulah.
He stresses that despite Malaysia having no formal ties with Israel, coordination with Qatar, Turkey and the US has opened critical diplomatic channels to ensure Malaysians' safety. The Foreign Ministry earlier confirmed that all 23 Malaysians from the GSF were detained and will be repatriated via a third country. In other news, Sarawak Premier Datuk Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Joritun Openg today received a courtesy call from the new Sarawak Police Commissioner, Datuk Muhammad Zainal Abdullah, at Complex Satria Pertiwi, Kuching. Also present was the Director of the Sarawak Security and Enforcement Unit, Abdul Wahab Rahim. Datuk Muhammad Zainal officially assumed duties on September 26, succeeding Datuk Mancha Atta, who mandatorily retired on September 29th. Prior to this appointment, he served as Deputy Director of Investigation and Legal at the Criminal Investigation Department, Bukit Aman, and previously led the Dang Wangi and Perak Tengah District Police Headquarters. Academically, he holds multiple degrees in law, administration, and human resources, and completed a management program at Harvard Business School, Harvard University, United States. The 47-year-old Lawas native has also been elevated to the rank of commissioner, making him the youngest individual to hold the post of Sarawak Police Commissioner. 2 international water sports events will take over the Sarawak riverfront later this month, with teams from 22 countries confirming their attendance. Minister of Sarawak Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Dato Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, says the International Dragon Boat Regatta runs from October 24th to the 26th, followed by the Sarawak Regatta Kuching Waterfront Festival 2025 from October 31st to November 2nd. He says the opening ceremony will be officiated by the Sarawak Premier at the Kuching Waterfront.
Negara-negara yang baru pertama kali menyertai International Dragon Boat Regatta in Sarawak. Among them, England, Ireland, Canada, Abu Dhabi, Egypt, Kazakhstan, Macau and Mongolia. So you see, this is a very good event. They will be able to see what is Sarawak.
In a briefing today, Karim announced that the International Dragon Boat Regatta will introduce a new Battle of the Dragon, Dragon Tug 6S category, expected to be a major draw. The 2025 Sarawak Regatta will feature 43 races for the King of the Sarawak River Trophy across local and open categories. Karim also stressed that participant safety remains paramount, with life jackets mandated for all categories.
We cannot afford to see and hear kemalangan jiwa. Last year, we faced that kind of problem, even though it might not be in the final, but during the training, when they did not wear life jacket, 5 perish. Sebab itulah selepas mendapat pandangan daripada kepimpinan atas, kita telah membuat keputusan it must be mandatory.
The festival's closing highlights will be graced by Sarawak Governor Tun Pehin Sri Dr. Wan Junaidi Tuanku Jaafar and Tuan Puan Datuk Patinggi Fauziah Muhammad Sanusi, as well as Sultan of Pahang Al Sultan Abdullah Riayatuddin Al Mustafa Billah Shah and Tengku Ampuan Pahang Tengku Aziza Aminah Maimunah Iskandaria Sultan Iskandar. Total prizes of 100,000 ringgit are offered for the International Dragon Boat Regatta, with 433,000 ringgit allocated for the 2025 Sarawak Regatta. Sponsorships total 1.2 million ringgit from partners including Petros, Petronas, and Sarawak Energy. Meanwhile, Karim has condemned Israel's move to block and intercept the global Sumut flotilla, calling the action inhumane and beyond reason. He urges that global support for the Palestinian cause be stepped up in response.
I'm very, very happy to see there are activists from Malaysia that are participating in the flotilla in trying to break the siege on Gaza. But looking at what has happened, they are not even able to reach Gaza together with the makanan, ubatan dan sebagainya, susu yang nak dibawa. They have been stopped just near to before they reach the coastline of Israel or the Gaza Strip. They have been arrested.
He also praised the resilience of Palestinians in the face of ongoing attacks and called on the international community to intensify support for their struggle. He says that the long-running conflict stems from the 1947 to 1948 colonial era decisions and continues to be fueled by Western powers. From working part-time at a local food stall to walking an international runway, 18-year-old Serena Alicius has captured hearts and the judges' attention at the Global Supermodel Search 2025, clinching the title of second runner-up in her very first international pageant. The prestigious competition in Kuala Lumpur drew contestants from around the globe, but for Serena, a young Sarawakian of Chinese Iban descent, simply stepping onto the stage was a triumph in itself.
After an hour of practicing, and I try myself when I up the stage, I feel like everyone's looking at me. I feel like, oh my God, why so a lot of people watching me right now? But yes, and then I feel my smile is shaking. But yeah, I still keep continue my catwalk and practicing and introducing myself, and also like walk. Okay. And then after that, after the competition, and there's about to announce who's the winner, who's the runner-up. And there's announced third runner-up first, and the second runner-up. So for the winner, I didn't expect me to be win.
She credited her success to the support system behind her.
Who support me is my family, especially my parents, my papa, mama, and also my coach, and also from the supporters and my friends that sentiasa kirim doa and memberi kata-kata semangat.
What's more remarkable is that her journey began not on a catwalk, but behind a food stall in Kuching. Felicia Sie, her manager and longtime mentor, saw potential in Serena from a young age. Recognizing Serena's promise, Felicia encouraged her to aim higher.
She's just a little girl to work in my store, like she doing part-time job. So I meet her since in 15 years old like this, because she just study. So since I meet her, then I do some video or any like promoting to my store. Then she like to picture or video and speech. This is our first time to go to the stage for KL, like Global Supermodel Search. Yeah, it's very surprise us lah, because it's very challenging. Because most people is like other country to doing this competition, but since she is the first time to go, we are very supporting her to make her confident.
The death toll in an Indonesian school collapse rose to 13 today, according to officials, but dozens were still believed buried under the rubble without signs of life days after the disaster. Distraught families have been waiting anxiously near the site in the town of Sidoarjo on Indonesia's island of Java, hoping to receive any news of their loved ones since the building collapsed on Monday. Part of the multi-story boarding school collapsed suddenly on Monday as students gathered for afternoon prayers. 5 days into the rescue operation, some family members argued with rescuers, angrily calling for them to speed up the desperate rescue operation.
Info minta persetujuan dari wali murid begitu saja. Tapi Bapak Pemerintah itu sudah di ruangan tadi malam semalam memasukkan alat canggihnya itu sudah tidak ada detik-detik jantung itu sudah tidak ada. Berarti itu sudah tidak ada bisa dibongkar sekarang begitu. Ya itu dipersetujui sama wali murid.
Ya mudah-mudahan ada keajaiban untuk anak saya. Apapun itu yang terjadi, kalau memang dia sudah diambil ya saya ikhlas. Kalau memang masih ada harapan hidup selamat, alhamdulillah.
But the families of the missing agreed on Thursday for heavy equipment to be used after the 72-hour golden period for the best chance of survival came to an end. At least one crane was deployed to clear the rubble, with more expected to be called upon to speed up recovery efforts. The rescue operation was complicated by an earthquake that struck overnight on Tuesday, briefly halting the search. According to residents, the school collapse was so violent it sent tremors across the neighborhood. Investigators have been looking into the cause of the collapse, but experts say initial signs pointed to substandard construction. See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms. And those were the updates on TVS Nightline. I'm Razi Ahmad. Thank you for watching and have a good night.